Okay, so grab your flexi band. We're going to place this around the back. So we've got the band around the back just under the armpits here. And first of all, we're just going to hold it through the palms of the hands. We're going to have the elbows bent about 90 degrees. And we're just going to do some little shoulder rolls like this. So just getting that breath flowing. Let's have a little peek at the toes. And the toes are pointing forwards. And we've got that weight centered underneath us to start off with. Big breath in through the nose, out through pursed lips. Getting that feeling of gently connecting as we exhale. And now just stretch those arms forward. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. But keeping that weight centered under your feet, we're just going to do some little forwards, backwards shrugs. So just a little bit forwards with the inhale and a little bit back with the exhale. Let's try and keep the rest of the body relatively neutral. So we're just shrugging the arms slightly forwards and slightly back. Let's do that 2 more times. Big breath in, big breath out. And again, inhaling to come forwards and exhaling to come back. Now, we're going to do a little bit of work with some balance today with this. So first of all, let's just do our first set of squats. And as you come into your squat, I'm just going to turn sideways again so you can see. Feet a tiny bit wider than hip distance now, toes pointing forwards. We're going to press the band forwards. And then as we come out of the squat, we're just taking the arms out to the side. So we inhale, push the band forwards. We've got this resistance, and exhale to the side. So we're just going to keep that flow for 8 more. Inhaling and exhale, nice big stretch for 8. Big breath in and lifting up, stretch out. 7 in. And press wide for 6. That's it. And 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to do one more. And up. Good. So this time I'm going to come into the squat. I'm going to do a leg balance. So feet, again, just that tiny little bit more close together, because we're going to be doing some leg lifting. So in a moment, you're going to do a squat. And then when you come out of your squat, you're going to be stretching the arms up as you lift the leg. So it'll be a squat down, stretch up, squat down, and stretch up, alternating legs. Inhale, exhale, in and out. Good, now we're going to change that ever so slightly. So we're going to go into rotation. So this time it'll be inhale, we squat. Exhale, as you lift, you're going to pull the thigh in and rotate to that thigh. Inhale, in and down. Exhale, up. Rotate to that thigh. Woo, she says, falling over. Inhale, in and down. So we're just going to do a couple of this. Have to concentrate on these, obviously. They are wobbly. I need to concentrate. This is my wobbly side. Good. And we're going to just do 2 more. And in. And nice big exhale, last one. And in and down. So taking that into lunges then, we're going to add the arms with the lunge. So for the first 4, we're going to alternate, so just 2 on each side. As you lunge, we're going to be taking the arms up to the ceiling, bring them back in front of you, okay? After we've done 4, we're going to add rotation. So after you've done your 4 lunges with the arms going up to the ceiling, you add rotation and then come back, okay, for another 4 more, all right? So big breath in for me. I'm going to alternate those legs. Let's go right leg first, exhale for 4. Inhaling. And 3, 2, 1. Now we've got 4 more. We're going to add rotation. For 4, rotate towards that thigh. And 3, rotate to the front thigh. 2, and 1. All right, okay. Can we add a tiny bit more to this? Just before more, it comes into a balance. This is where it gets a little bit more balancey. So this is the next movement. I'm going to start on my left leg so you can see me. We come into lunge, we rotate, and we want to see if we can balance. Bring it down, bring it back. So it's a little bit more work. Do you want to have a go? Here we go. Here we go. Exhale, come into your lunge. Rotate towards that thigh. Come into a leg lift balance. And then bring that back down. In and back. Rotating. Stretch. Can we do a little leg lift balance? Just lift that leg a little bit. Come in and back. We've only got 2 more. Exhale, reach, rotate. We hinge forward. We do a little leg lift balance. Bring it in and back. And we just got 1 more. Nice big exhale. Bring it forward. Rotate. We come into a little leg lift of balance. Good job. Breathe in and back. Woo. Well done. I did. Now we're just going to do 1 more balance before we put the flexi band down and get onto the foam roller. So this is the one. This is our star balance in the band. So open the band out. The band is going to go on the floor like this. We're going to keep hold of it. Step into it, and we're having the feet wider than hip distance. So can you see I've gone a little bit wider there? Now let's take the arms down so we've got some resistance in the band. And we're just going to prep with a few lateral raises. Now, because we've got this resistance, we're not going to go too high. Give yourself a big breath in. With your exhale, we're connecting sit bones, bottom ribs. We're just going to float those arms up. I want to lead with your knuckles. So you're getting that connection in the armpits and roll the wrists away so that they stay lovely and straight. That's it. Nice positive exhale. Inhale back. Good job. Just 2 more like this. Really deepening that connection. Sit bones, bottom ribs connect. Really nice job. We're going to do that 1 more time. And back. We are going to add our star. So our movement will be inhale, slight squat as we bring the band forward. Exhale, lift and star. Good job. Inhale into your squat. Exhale, lift and star. That's it. And 8 more for 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Big stretch, arms working hard. Keep those arms lovely and long. 3. Nearly there for 2. 1 more. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. All right, nice work. We're going to take this down to the mat. So we're going to do a couple of plank pikes. Get ourselves all warmed up. So we're just doing 1 roll down today. So we're going to do a little bit of work with our plank pike. So getting your mat ready, I'm just going to angle my camera down a little bit more. So when I come into my plank pike, I'm with you on the mat. Now go ahead and take a big breath in. As you exhale, start to nod the chin. We're going to roll and peel down through the spine, scooping those abs in. Have a little dangle here, take the breath in and out. Maybe have a little shake. I'm going to bend those knees, take the hands to the floor and walk the hands forwards into your plank. You've got this lovely long line, shoulders back, tummies in. With your next inhale, we're preparing. Exhale, shift the weight back, hinging up to the sky. And we're just going to hold it here. We're going to walk that out just for a count of 8, 7, keep the breath going. 6, bending one knee, straightening the other one. 4, 3, 2,
One, inhale, lift the tailbone, keep both knees a tiny bit bent. Exhale, shift forwards into your plank. Hold it here to breathe wide and deep. Exhale, sit bones back to the sky. Big breath in. Ripple it forwards. Scoop and roll. Hold it here, breathe in. And take it back with your exhale. Now, we're going to just do this on 2 breaths now. So we inhale to prepare. Exhale, ripple forwards, roll, roll, roll. Reach the head forwards, push the heels back. Inhale, come into your pike. Exhale, ripple it forwards through the spine, reaching and lengthening, and then inhale straight into that pike. 2 more. Exhale to ripple and roll. Inhale to take it back. We've got 1 more if we can. Exhale, ripple and roll it through. Inhale, back into your pike. Knees down and take a breather. Good job. Okay, now we're going to come straight into our cat stretch. Give yourself a moment. We're going to have the hands under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. Creating that long line through the spine. Stay there. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, start to curl the tailbone under, flexing and rippling through bone by bone. Allow the head to drop down. Stay there to breathe wide and deep into the back. And as you exhale, send those sit bones away and create that lovely long line through the spine. Let's do that 4 goes. Big breath in, big breath out, tuck and roll. Hold it there, breathing into the back of the ribs. And as you exhale again, sit bones ripple away. Reach the ears forwards, melt the shoulders down, and create your long line. Just 1 more. Big breath in to stay lifted. Exhale to curl the tailbone under, flexing through. Continue to lift those abs in. Give the head a little shake. Stay there to breathe wide and deep. And as you exhale, we're going to ripple that back, going bone by bone from the tail towards the head last, as the shoulders melt down and the collarbones open. Just taking a little stretches, sit back towards the heels, tummy in, head down, and then rolling up. Good, so I'm actually take this off so you can see what's going on a bit better. Okay, now I'm going to grab the foam roller. We're just going to do a little bit of shoulder stability on here. So go ahead and locate your foam roller. And we're going to have the roller under the hands like this. And we've just got the heel of the hand on, and the shoulders are slightly back, so we're not directly over the roller. There's too much pressure in the hands. So you're going to take yourself back slightly, roll slightly forwards, but we still want to get that feeling of lifting up through those core muscles, sending the sit bones away, and getting that feeling of length through the spine. So with your next inhale, we're going to allow the shoulders to shrug, allowing the breastbone to sort of melt down towards the roller. As you exhale, pushing up. Lift the breastbone slightly forwards and up. So we've got that armpit connection. So we inhale, a little shrug, and exhale, push up. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, and shrug up. Now hold it here. We're going to do a little stretch forward, stretch back. So bum goes back, arms go forwards. Inhale, and exhale. Pull back to neutral. So we're just going to do that a couple of times. So we inhale to stretch and lift. And then we exhale, belly button in. Armpits connect, and we pull that back to neutral. We do that 1 more time. Inhale, we take a stretch. And exhale, connect. We're going straight into press ups, ladies. So we're going to do our 3 little breaths in. We go inhale 1, inhale 2, inhale 3. 3 sniffs, exhale. To push. Sniff, 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 exhale, push. Keep the head forward to the hands if you can. 1, 2, 3, and push. 5 more. 5, 4, 3. Keep those heads forwards, collarbones wide. Keep going. And push, that's it. And again. 1 more.
and up. Great job. Now we're just going to roll that out. So what I like to do is sort of roll the backs of the arms and the forearms, rolling into those wrists, and that feels quite nice when you've done a bit of work on those arms. Give them a little shake. I'm going to come in to your side kneeling thread needle. So I'll line myself up forward so you can see what I mean. So this is the one where we've got the rollers to the side, hands on the mat, and you're going to be rotating for me like this, okay? So I'm going to go next to the roller here. I want you to keep your back really, really straight. Both hands on the floor to start. Find your neutral. So we've got the body lined up, hands and shoulders, knees and hips. Take the outside arm, place it underneath you, at the back of the hand is on the roller. Give yourself a big breath in. Now we're going to exhale, gently roll that away. The 8, inhale back. And roll for 7. And 6, 5, 4, 3, keep the head lengthening forwards of those hands, for 2, lovely straight spine, for 1. Good. All right, so we're just going to take that straight onto your other side. Set yourself up first with your hands and your shoulders, your knees and your hips, find your neutral. Then when you're ready, we take our outside arm, it comes underneath, back of the hand on the roller, breathing in to prepare, and here we go for 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lift. Nice job. Okay, now we get straight onto the roller, but before you do, we're going to be lying along it. I need you to reach for your weights. So you're going to grab hold of your weights, and we're going to have them ready, but in a minute, not just yet. Now, coming onto your roller carefully, we're going to sit on one end and roll down the length of the roller. So scoot tummy in, heel yourself down, and we want to find our neutral position, lying on your back with your weight centered. Now, just before we start doing anything too crazy on the roller here, we're just going to go ahead and very gently drift the weight side to side, allowing the roller to massage the muscles either side of the spine, either side of the bottom. Just getting a little bit of work through that body. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through pursed lips. And now let's center ourselves again. So what I'm going to have you do is take a moment with a quick peek at those knees. Now the knees want to be lined up with the bones of the pelvis, so not too wide apart and not too narrow together. Give the toes a little wriggle, and you're just bringing that awareness into the heels and the toes, baby toe, big toe, heel. Getting that feeling of connecting into the mat with them so that you can use them for your stability. We're just going to take a little shrug with the shoulders. Now, if you've got roundy weights, put your hands on the roundy weights. If you've got your dumbbells, you can roll the dumbbells. So you need to have the dumbbells sort of horizontally, if that makes sense, so that you can roll them. That's it. So we're going to just do reaching the fingers forwards. We're going to inhale to shrug the shoulders up slightly, and exhale, shrugging the shoulders down as you widen your collarbones. So inhale, coming up a little bit, and then exhale, connecting sit bones, hip bones, bottom rib, and wrapping those abs around you. Let's do a couple more. Big breath in, big breath out, and again, inhale, lifting, exhale, pressing away. Last one, inhale to shrug the shoulders up, exhale to shrug the shoulders down. We're going to take hold of your weights now, reaching the arms up to the ceiling. Allow the weight of the arms to drop back into their sockets, and you should feel a little bit of shoulder blade either side of that roller.
With your next inhale, reach the weights up to the ceiling as we slightly protract the chest and reach up. As you exhale, draw the shoulders back either side of the roller and give it a little pinch, but don't forget those core muscles. So we're inhaling to reach up and we're exhaling to draw back, a little pinch of that roller. 4 more for 4. Inhale up, exhale back. Sit bones, bottom ribs connect, and 3. Get those abs wrapping around you for 2. I'm going to do that one more time. Breathing in to reach, breathing out to connect, find your armpit muscles. Now we're just going to come back to neutral. So you're not pinching the rollers behind you with your shoulder blades. You're just feeling and you're aware of it. And we've got the collarbones wide, neutral body. Take a breath in to stay here. As you exhale, scissor one arm towards your head, one arm towards your hip. Keep both arms as straight as you can. Inhale to come in and exhale to scissor the other way. We've got this lovely long stretch. Now, ideally, we're going to keep those arms as straight as you can. If you're feeling a little bit tight, the elbow will bend. So just bring your awareness to that rib cage connection with your exhale. Finding that wrapping round and finding a little bit more sit bone, hip bone, abdominal connection. Last 2. We're avoiding the roller rocking from side to side. Last 1. And come on in. Now I'm going to do some circles. Inhale, take both arms over the head. Exhale, circle around for 4. Inhale, lovely big stretch. Keep those abs connected. Exhale, circle around 3. Breathing in to lengthen and bring it around for 2. Big breath in. And exhale around for 1. We're going to reverse that. Inhale out. Up and exhale down 1. In. And round 2. Big breath in to open around for 3. Exhale, finding that connection. 1 more. And down for 4. Placing the weights on the floor just for the moment. We're going to take the hands behind the head and lace the fingers. So we're supporting the head and the neck. Now we're going to just do a little bit of a rock into your ab prep. But what I'd like you to be aware of now before we start is your neutral pelvis. We should have a little tiny bit of lumbar arch, even though the feet are below the pelvis. And we're going to keep that. So as you flex over in a moment, just bring your awareness to those deep pelvic muscles and let's think stability. Breathing in, slight nod of the chin. As you exhale, we're gliding forward to look towards those legs. And inhale back down. So it's just exhale up, inhale down. And again for 2. Just mobilizing, and that upper back can feel a little bit stiff. So I want you to really initiate with 3 from those ribs. So we're really drawing in and down. Get those ribs pulling in. 4. Never pull your head. 5. You are supporting your head, you're never pulling it. 6. 7. 8, just a couple more, 9, and 10. Nice work. Now, we're just going to add a little bit more core work here with the weights. So what I'm going to have you do is reach down for your weights again. I'm going to place one hand on the weight and the other arm is going to be up, pointing to the sky like this. So we've got, let's do left arm up so I don't forget which arm I'm doing. So everybody go left arm up. Now what I'm going to have you do is gently take your right leg up to tabletop position. There we go, so put that right leg up. Now we're going to do a little bit of forward flexion. So from this point here, keeping the other hand on the floor, you're going to take a big breath in, exhale, flex forwards, hover the weight, dip the leg, inhale back. Okay, so we're just doing the same on that same side for 7 more counts. Here we go, 7. And back. 6. Now, if your neck's getting a little bit tired, you can place your other hand behind your head, but it does make you a tiny bit more wobbly, because then you'll only have 1 point on the floor. We've got 4 more. 4. 3. 2. 1. Now, staying here, what I do want you to do now is now we are going to place the right hand behind the head and support the head and the neck. So it's going to feel a little bit wobbly because now we only have that left foot on the mat. Inhale to nod the chin. Exhale, flex forwards, deepening your abs connection. We're going to do a stretch here. Really wrapping those abs in around you. Inhale, lengthen. The left arm back and the right arm forwards, the right leg forward, sorry. And exhale, pull it in. So we're stretching the arm and leg away and then pulling it in with a big exhale. And again, we've got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to place the foot down, release that arm. Well done. Good. So you know what's coming on the other side now. So let's get our position again. We're going to regroup in those hips. And we're going to be taking, the right arm is now up to the ceiling. The left arm is on the floor with the hand on your weight on the floor. And we're going to float the left leg up to tabletop position. And we're going to do our forward flexions. Remember, if your neck is still, go ahead and put your left hand behind your head now. We're going to inhale to nod the chin slightly. Exhale, flexing over. 8. Bring it back. 7. And as you flex, we dip the foot and lower the arm. So the arm stays straight, the leg stays bent. 5 more for 5. Belly button in each time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we've got the right arm up and the left leg up. I now want you to put the left hand behind your head, support the head and the neck. Elbow slightly angled up. Inhale to nod your chin, exhale, flexing forward. Stay here to breathe in. We stretch the arm back, the legs forwards. Inhale and exhale, pull in. 8, 7, 6, 5. Stay flexed up as much as you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently down. And take a little breather. Well done, ladies. Good job. All right, now we're just going to move those weights away so we can roll off the roller. Let's have a little roll off that roller. Gently peeling to the side. Great job. And we're going to do a little bit of our side work on the roller now. So I'm just going to have you come roll onto your side. I'm going to get that feeling of a little bit of mobility, a little bit of rotation. So in a moment, I'm going to take the roller and place it under the side of the rib cage. And we've got the forearm down. So it doesn't matter which side you start, I'm just going to do both sides. And I want you to go ahead and just lengthen this bottom leg forward slightly, but it's still a little bit bent. So we're going to have lots of support from that bottom leg. Top leg is straight. And just check that we've got the shoulder and the elbow lined up. So what I mean is you're not like this or like this. We're sort of lifted, but in line here. Now, the first thing we're going to do is just in this lovely long line with the tummy in tight. So we're going to do some little leg circles. So keeping awareness that the hips are stacked, avoid rolling backwards or forwards. And we're just going to lengthen that top leg, little circles forwards for 8, 7, little out breath. 2 and 1 and back for 8, 7, 2 and 1. Release the top arm. Here we go. The arm is going to roll forwards as the leg kicks back. So breathing in to prepare. We do a slight roll on those ribs, rock the body forwards, kick the leg back and roll the arm forwards. Now, as we do breathe in, kick the leg forwards and open the chest to the ceiling. And again, exhale. And inhale, open it up. Should feel really nice. Lots of support from that arm. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Nice job. Okay. Now from here, all I want you to do is roll onto your back. We've got the roller now in a really good position. So the roller's right into that rib cage area. We're just going to do a tiny little bit more abs here. So with the feet lined up with the knees and the hips for me, hips lined up with the knees lined up with the bones of the pelvis. Go ahead and take the hands behind the head. Keep your bottom heavy on the mat, and the roller's just touching the shoulder blades. And just going to do like a little test extension. Are we in the right place? Can we extend over? Can we come back up? If not, you can move the roller a tiny bit further up or down the back to support you. But ideally, I want the roller just underneath the shoulder blades, but touching them. We're going to do a set of 8, and we're going to do some leg lift. So first of all, let's just do 2 extensions over. Inhale, and exhale, come back. Initiate that connection from the rib cage. Inhale over, and exhale. Belly button to spine, rib cage melts in, and pulls you back. Now, lifting the right leg up this time. As we exhale, pull that knee to tabletop, and we come back down. Now we're going to go for the other side, pull the left knee up to tabletop, and we come back down. Here we go, for 6. And back. I want you to really work those ribs. For 5, really avoid the temptation to pull the head, all the movement from the ribs, from the hips. We're nearly there. We've got 1 more on each side. And last one coming up. Beautiful work. Now just rolling back onto this side. We're going to have the roller into the armpits. And I want you just to take one leg is bent slightly forward and the other leg is back behind us. So we've got one leg sort of bent forwards at an angle here and the other leg back. So it means we've got like a really openness at this hip. So if that feels too much strain in the back or the hip, just bring those knees back together at 90 degrees. But otherwise, one leg forward and one leg back to get a bit more stretch. Now we're going to inhale, roll over the roller. So you're going to feel the roller pull up into the armpits. And exhale, come up. That's it. So you don't come all the way up. You're still on the roller. And we just sort of laterally flex a little bit. So we inhale, go over the roller to stretch. And exhale, we just do a little bit of lateral flexion up like this. That's it. It's not too big a movement. But you should feel the roller moving in and out of that armpit because we're actually moving the hips. As we laterally flex to the floor, we're putting the roller up to the arm. And as we laterally flex to the leg, the roller's rolling back out of the armpit. 2 more times. Lifting up, coming down, lifting up, and inhale over. Good. Now, we're going to carefully roll onto your front. I'm just doing a little stretch here. I want you to take yourself onto your tummy. And we're going to have the legs in lateral rotation and a little bit wider than hip distance. I'm going to take those arms in front of us. I'm going to go for a lovely big swan stretch. But first of all, we're just doing some baby swans and just warming up that back. So the heel of the hand is hanging off the roller. So we've actually got sort of the wrist and the forearm on the roller here. Give those shoulders a little shrug. So let's do a couple of inhales to shrug the shoulders forwards and exhales to find that scapular connection. Let's do that again. Inhale, just a little reach, and exhale to connect and come back. Now, bringing your awareness to the front of the pelvis. Are you level? Have you got equal weight through the front of the ribs and the hips? We're all a little bit wonky, so the answer might be no. Just try and be as centered as you can. So we're going to inhale, start to pull the shoulders back and float the breastbone forward. As you exhale, press firmly down onto the roller, keeping the arms straight. Just floating that breastbone up a little bit, but we're not coming too high. Stay there to breathe in, and then just melt that down. Almost like you're creating a little bit more length through the spine as you roll back. Inhale, start to draw the shoulders back. Exhale, float the breastbone forward and up. But again, we're just coming into a small range lift. Hold it here, give me a big breath in, and exhale back down. I'm going to do one more small one. Inhale, start to slide the shoulders over the collarbones. Exhale, float the breastbone forward and feel the belly button lift to the spine. Connect more abs and really deepening that connection through the bottom as well. And then gently lengthen that back down. Now, if that's all you want to do today, then go for it. Otherwise, we're going to try and come all the way up. Inhale, start to roll the shoulders back. Exhale, float the breastbone forward and up. We come into this lovely big stretch. Full swan. We're all the way as far as you can go. Big breath in to hold it here. And exhale to lengthen that down, going bone by bone, stretching the arms away. So we're going to do one more. Inhale, start to stabilize the shoulders. Exhale, float the breastbone forwards. We shrink the bum cheeks in, pull the belly in, big lift up, hold it there, take a breath in. And a lovely big exhale. As we reach the arms forwards and lengthen the spine. Okay, hands off the roller. Put them on the floor either side of you. Bring those legs in. Take a little scoop. Sit back towards your heels, round the spine. Have a little breathe. Nice. So what we're going to do is bring the roller onto the other side, and we're just going to work into our other side leg, just a little bit here. So I'm going to have you again finding that position where the roller is sort of under the mid-rib area, mid to bottom. We're very supported by the shoulder and the elbow, and we're making sure that we've got that alignment. The bottom knee is slightly forwards and it's bent, and the top leg is straight. So I want you to get that feeling of lifting up through the spine and through the ears. So we've got the top hand on the hip or floating wherever it feels comfortable. We're going to lift that top leg up and connect into the tummy. We're just checking that we've got those hips stacked one on top of the other. Little circles forwards at 8, 7, little out breaths. 2 and 1. Let's go back the other way. 8, 7, 6, 2 and 1. Now we're going to lengthen this top arm forwards. As we exhale, roll the ribcage forwards, reach the top leg back. Inhale, open the chest to the sky, and we kick that leg forwards. Let's do that again. Reach and open, inhaling. Should feel really nice. Here we go. 6 more for 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax it there. Now again, we're going to roll onto our back just briefly before we do our little armpit exercise. Come on, back again. And again, the roller is just underneath those shoulder blades. We're going to lace the hands behind the head, and let's do that little test to chest in the right place. So bottom stays down, feet and knees lined up. We're going to inhale, slice extension over, and exhale to come up. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling over and exhaling up. Now we're going to get a little bit more abs here. So what I want you to do is straighten both legs out. Make sure you feel comfortable with the roller in this position, because we're going to do some more abs. Now this time it's a straight leg lift. So we inhale, extend back, and we exhale, belly button to the spine, straight leg lift. Inhale, extend back, and again, belly button to the spine, straight leg lift. Let's do another 6. Ready? Inhaling, and up we come for 6. Big breath in over, and bring it up. 5. In, and bring it up. 4. Really pulling those abs in for me. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. So to stretch that out, roll back onto your side. We've got the roller now into the armpit. We've got the bottom leg bent forwards here in a little bit of a V shape. Top leg is slightly back. And I want you to be able to sort of feel that we can roll the roller in and out of the armpit. So just check that you've got that in the right place. Now, as we inhale, we're laterally flexing towards the floor, and the roller rolls right up towards that arm. And as you exhale, we're doing a little bit of lateral flexion towards the hip. So it's inhale over like this, and exhale up. 4 more for 4. And lift. 3. And up. 2. And a lovely big stretch over this roller and lift. I'm going to do one more big breath in and a big breath out. Beautiful work. Okay. coming onto your hands and knees. We're going to turn ourselves around, and we're now putting the roller under the shins. We're going to do a little bit of stability work here. So just a little bit before we get some work on that, a little bit more back work. So we're going to work the back and then stretch the back. So with the hands lined up with the shoulders, they can be a tiny bit wider if you want a bit more support. I'm in my 4-point kneeling position, but my feet are dangling off the roller because my shins are on the roller. Now what we're going to do is do a nice big breath in, and exhale, just press a little bit into the shins, belly in, the knees float off the mat. So getting a position of the roller so it doesn't hurt the shins too much. Just whatever feels good for you. I'm going to do that 4 more times. So big breath in for me, and we just float those knees up. Up we go. 4, 3, collarbones wide, 2, on my belly lifting. I want you to keep that neutral spine, and 1. Stay here. We're just going to do a leg stretch and a pull in. Inhale, leg stretch. Exhale, pull in. Let's do 4 more. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Little breather. Give those arms a shake. Now we're going to do that again just for a set of 6. And you're going to be rounded into your cat stretch. So we're going to come into our cat stretch, float the knees off, and then we're going to do our 6 little scoops in and out. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Now we want that roller in a little bit more towards the front of the knee now. So it's under the, not under the kneecap, but sort of the top of the shin nearer the knee, ladies. That's it. Now let's take a nice big breath in. We've got those legs up, so we're quite supported on that roller now. But we're to do our cat scoop. We're going to tuck the tailbone under, round the spine, and now your eye line stays towards the roller. So keep looking at the roller. Tummy in tight, let the head dangle. We're going to inhale here, and I'm going to exhale, pull the knees in and roll the roller up the shins towards the feet. And we go back. So we're really scooping that roller in. Stay rounded. 4 more. 2 more. And there we go. We've done our little scoops. Come on. Good job. Take a break. Give those arms a shake. And just before we move on, we're just going to do a little stretch forward. Arms forward. A little round that back. And then just take the arms back behind you. Drop those shoulders down. And just do a little stretch back. Okay. Now just roll the roller to the side. We are going to come back to the roller, but I want you to reach for your squishy squashy ball. So let's grab that squishy squashy ball. We're going to do a little bit of work on the back, a little bit of strengthening, a little bit of stretching. Now it's optional. You can have your weights as well, just as an option. So if you know your shoulders have been a little bit stiff and sore, perhaps don't use the weights. See how you feel. So we want the weights either side ready if you want them. And we're going to, this is the one where we're going to place the ball just under the chest, and we're just going to do a little stretching first. So as you come down to the mat for me, let's get that ball under the sternum. And just make sure that you feel like you're not going to stop breathing or anything with the ball in the wrong place. We want to have the ball in a good place. And we're just going to flex forwards and over. So you're going to let the head drop right down. And we just get this really lovely stretch in the back. So get your forehead on the floor, and right down on the floor now. And I want you to breathe into your back. And with the forehead on the floor, just take 3 really big breaths into the back. 1, 2, 3. And come on up. And what we're doing is, because we've got the ball under the front, that really helps direct the breath into that sticky bit in the back. Now, starting with the head, just a tiny bit hovering, we're going to do a small extension stretch. The legs are about hip distance apart or narrow together, but not too wide. So kind of narrow. Elbows at 90 degrees, fingertips reaching forward. We're going to inhale, start to roll the shoulders. Exhale, floating breastbone forward, so the collarbones widen, feel the belly button pull in away from the mat. The eye line doesn't come up too far, we're just taking a stretch. Stay there to breathe in And exhale to carefully control that return back down. Going to inhale, roll those shoulders. Exhale, gently coming up. Hold it here, breathing wide and deep. And then melting that right back down. Do that again. Big breath in shoulders. Big breath out, up. Now we're going to stay lifted, belly button in. I'm going to use some arm floating. So at this point, if you want to use your weights in your lifted position, you can go ahead and do that now. With your next exhale, we're going to hover the hands and elbows up for 6 counts. Up we go. 6, belly button to the spine. 5, really flinging those abs. 4, feel like you want to tuck your shoulders down towards your pants. 3, 2, 1. Keep the arms lifted. We're going to do an overhead reach. Big breath in for me and stretching forward. 6, pull the elbows back. 5, inhale, bring it back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. We're doing a big stretch. Big breath in and lift it around. Stretch. We're going to reach it forwards. Inhale. Reach it back. Exhale. Now you can flip the breath. You can reach forwards with an exhale and inhale back. This whatever feels good for you. And we're doing big arcs around us. Just these big arcs. Reaching the arms forwards and backwards. Little bit of extension as we come back. Little bit of length as we come forward. Last 2. Reach up. Bring it back. Last one, reach and hold, and relax it there. Well done. Okay, let's grab that ball out. And we're just going to do a little bit of work with the ball under the hands. So what I'm going to have you do is place the hands really close towards each other. And we've got the wrists on the ball and the hands hanging off. Very similar to how we did our foam roll before, with the arms close together. Now we're going to scoop your tummy in and we're just going to drop the head down slightly. And what we're going to do is think about your bottom. So we're in a slightly lifted, extended position, tummy in tight. Give me a big breath in. We're going to exhale and float one leg up. Hold it. Float the other leg up. Squeeze into the bum cheeks as tight as you can. Feel the kneecaps pull up towards you. Just going to flutter those legs. And we're doing a count of 40. So a little bit of swimming here. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 10, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 20, in, out, 30, in, and out, 40, and then just relaxing that down. We're going to scoot the tummy in, sit back towards those heels, drop the tailbone down to the floor, and have a little breathe. Nice job. Okay. Now we're going to sit on the ball. So go ahead, grab your ball, and let's sit on it. Sit on the ball. There we go. And you can have your legs slightly bent out in front or straight, but they need to be open. Or you can go cross leg. I'm going to do cross legs because I feel like that's a really comfy position for me. But I want you to get into a comfy position where you can, it is going to feel wobbly, yeah, it is going to feel wobbly, but I want you to feel where you can lift up through from the pelvic floor, all the way into the hip bones and rib cage, and feeling a little bit of wrapping connection without being too wobbly. Now we're just going to do a little bit of rotation work. So just to one side to start with, so I'm going to have you press your right hand, if you mirror me, press your right hand down on your knee. I'm going to float the left arm up. Now, keeping a little bit of pressure through the heel of the hand, find your armpit connection on this right side. As we inhale, we're almost going to push ourselves away and exhale, pull ourselves back. So you're sort of using that other hand as a little bit of a guide. Inhale, open, and exhale. Bit of pressure through the hand, pull back. 4 more, for 4. It's a balance as well. 3, if you're struggling, take your legs out in front so they're more flat on the floor. 2, 1. And it is a challenge to stay on that ball. Okay, should we try that on the other side? So we've now got the left hand down onto the knee, and you're going to apply pressure to the heel of the hand. Reach the right arm out in front of you. You're going to inhale to open and rotate. Exhale to put it back for 6. In. And 5. 4. 3. Going to get that power. Use those big exhales. 2. Lots of abs wrapping around you. 1. All right, both arms wide. Here we go. Palms are facing forwards. And we're going to do our 3 little pulses, set of 10, so it'll be 5 each side. So as we go around, we go inhale, 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 3 little pulses. Exhale back to center, other side. Inhale, inhale, inhale back. So we go a little bit further on each pulse. So we go further, 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 and pull it back. And further, 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 and pull it back. Here we go. Couple more. 1 more. And in. Really nice job. Very well done. Okay, now just going to roll off the ball and place it between those knees. So it's slightly above the knees into the thighs. I'm going to scoot around so you can see me this way. I'm just going to do a little bit of rolling work. Now, if you can reach for your circle, forgot to say, is your circle within reach? Let's grab that circle. Good job. We're just going to do a little bit of everything connection. So we're starting as tall as you can in neutral, so sitting up high with the arms reaching forwards. Now, as you rock back off the sit bones, give yourself a nice big exhale, squeeze the circle between the heel of the hand, and bring the belly button to the spine. We're just coming towards the back of the bottom, but keeping the eye line through the circle. And inhale to sit tall. 4 more for 4. And up. I want you to really give that ball a little squeeze as well. For 3. A little. 2. 1. Nice job. Now we're going to add. So it's roll back, inhale, lift, exhale, lower, roll up. Let's do that again. Roll back, inhale, lift, exhale, lower, roll up, and roll back, lift, lower, roll up. 1 more, back, lift, lower, roll up. We're going to add rotation. So we roll back, we lift, we rotate for 4. Keep those arms above me if you can. 3, 2, 1, and forwards. And we're just going to do that 1 more time now. We don't want to do it with the circle because it's quite challenging with the circle. Just do the arms without the circle. Ready? Big breath in, back we go. Inhale up. 4 little rotations. 4, 3, squeeze the ball. 2, 1, bring it forwards, and come up. Beautiful work. Now, we're going to just take the legs slightly further away from neutral and lower the ball so it's just below the knee now. So the ball is just below the knees. Good. And the legs are kinked, but not straight. Holding the circle out yourself with breath in. We're going to roll back, straighten the legs. Big scoop. Hold it, breathe in. Exhale to sit back up. So we get a little bit more work through those core muscles. Big breath in for me. Exhale, roll back, straighten the legs, give that ball a go, squeeze. Inhale up, and each time, see if we can get a little bit further down. So we'll be challenging those abs to bring you up and down. Here we go. Tuck the tailbone under, squeeze the ball, squeeze the circle. Big scoop. And bring it up. Nice job. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, squeeze the circle and scoop. Inhale, come up. 1 more go. And lifting up. Now, just to stretch that all out the other way because everything would have felt quite tight, put the ball down and we're going to have the knees about hip distance apart, the hands Fingertips pointing forwards, and we're going to do our hip lift up. So really squeezing into the bum cheeks and opening up those hips now. Give yourself a big breath in. You've got a set of 6. As we exhale, we squeeze the bum like crazy, lift up. 6, bring it down. 5, 4, 3, really pressing forwards, everything's stretching. 2, 1, hold it here, we're going to do 6 thumb squeezes. 6, 5, 4, squeeze that bum. 3, 2, 1, bring it down. Woo. Well done. Give those hands a little shake. It's time to give ourselves a little stretch on the foam roller. Reach for your foam roller. Put it behind the back of the thighs. Just there. Now we're going to roll ourselves down onto the mat. So we've got the roller just in front of the bum. And then we're going to lift up those glutes. Roll the roller onto the back of the bottom. We're just going to have a little stretch here. So what I'm going to have you do is take one leg and then the other leg up to tabletop. You can cross your ankles if you want to, or just leave them apart, whatever feels good for you. And we're adjusting on the roller so we can feel it right up the top of the bottom. It's almost but not quite touching the spine. And what we're going to do is hinge the hips in and out away from us to create a massage onto the sacrum. So you're going to inhale to let the knees hinge in towards you, and exhale to hinge the hips away from you. And just nice, slow breaths in and out. In, out. Just a couple more. In, out. Last one. In, and out. Bring the legs into your center. So we've got the knee and the hip almost lined up here. And we do little baby circles, just one way for 6 counts. Tiny baby circles on the pelvis. Smooth breaths in and out. Really nice, good smooth breaths. Just a couple more. And now 6 little baby circles going the other way. Just getting that gentle massage through the back of the bottom. Lovely work. Now we're just going to do a lovely big roll. So go ahead and roll your knees over in one direction. So we come all the way to one hip. You're going to turn the head away from the knees to get this really big stretch. And what you'll find is the shoulder probably lifts up a little bit off the mat. That's okay. Go on back to the center. Big exhale. Let's do an inhale to stretch. And an exhale to bring it back. We're going to do that one more time each side. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to pull it back. One more, big breath in. And a big breath out. Fantastic. Carefully placing the feet down. Now, this is quite a big stretch that we're going to do now. So if you want to, you can lift the bottom off the roller. But if you want to have a bigger stretch, we're going to straighten the legs out. Reach the arms behind you, lengthen the fingers from the toes, and we get this full extension stretch through the spine. And it feels quite nice, but obviously for some people it might not. So if that's a bit horrible, you're going to bring yourself in, lift the bum off the roller, and have the roller supporting the backs of the thighs, and then take a stretch like this. Okay? Just whichever one feels better for you. Take another 2 big breaths in and out. And then taking the roller out from under your bottom. If you still have it under your bottom, you're going to gently push the roller away. Roll onto your side. And come up to sitting. Well done, everyone.